to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
LeBron with it. To the inside. Mozgov's shot is off.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Durant, no good.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Mozgov with the bucket.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Westbrook passes to Adams. Tipped away. And stolen by James. Irving, good. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as a result.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Irving dishes to Love. Picked by Mozgov. And again, Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
And here we go with Westbrook.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And that one's good. Love. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. Adams, right side. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Waiters comes in for Kevin Durant. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Anthony Morris. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Over in the corner, Foye. Off target from outside.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
Ibaka, no luck. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. For the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And LeBron's subbed in for Shumpert.
LeBron James.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. That's good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
A different look now for Cleveland. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season. Clark averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Durant comes in for Waiters. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Randy Foye. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. The screen from Thompson. LeBron drives in. And it's Thompson with the jam.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Thunder trailing by 4. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside Westbrook. Back to Adams. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few positions.
That athletic.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Timeout called, Cleveland. On its way from Irving for 2. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's LeBron in the 3 slot.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Outside Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. And he dunks. After the pick frees him up.
And that was a strong pick. Ammonia strong by Ibaka.
Dellavedova kicks to Love. Irving against Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Irving attacking. And the rejection by Ibaka. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way from deep. Morrow. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. Consistency, phenomenal.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Westbrook. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Now in the lineup for your Thunder, Dion Waiters.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. There's a good screen. And Adams with the slam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. To the middle. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Westbrook. And it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Durant kicks to Cantor. It's stolen by Ibaka. Now here's Westbrook. He kicks it to Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Westbrook. No good. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers trailed by 4. And another miss by Cleveland.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
It's Durant with the drive. Here's Cantor. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Irving. And so they foul intentionally.
Looking at the game Adams has been having, 12 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Clark, this one just all but in the books.
Yeah, I don't see a comeback at this point, partner.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Shumpert passes to Smith. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And stolen by James. It's deflected. And Adams with the slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some